Just thought I'd take a bit of a walk today. When you're in a static caravan, last thing you want to be doing is being cooped up in there all day long. Not so much at the moment because you can see weather's rubbish. But once we get to summer, it's going to be way too hot. The reason I'm making this video is to say thank you very much to everybody that commented on his previous video. The one where I asked what is the best way and the cheapest way to keep a static caravan warm through winter. And we had lots and lots of response to that video. So thank you so much to everybody that offered a solution to that problem. There were lots of mixed opinions, I will admit, but I also realised that there was quite a few things that I was considering doing which no longer seemed feasible. And it's not because we're going to be spending a lot of time in that caravan at winter. It's going to be left empty for pretty much most of it, I would think, because we are going up north for a few weeks. But I just wanted to make sure that if we did decide to come back and spend a couple of weeks in that caravan, we could have everything in place and keep it as warm as possible for as cheap as possible. I've also been asked a few times exactly where this caravan park is and what it's called, but unfortunately that's not a road I'm going to go down because I just don't think it's safe to tell anybody your location because you don't know who you're talking to for a start. And it reminds me of back in the day when people used to say, oh, tomorrow we're off to Canary Islands for 2 weeks, and they'd post that on Facebook. And all that says to me is that now somebody knows your house is empty for a couple of weeks. So it's for my own personal safety that I won't disclose the exact location of this site, and I'm sure you understand that. Because there's going to be quite a few occasions through the year where it's going to be empty. So I'm just taking a walk. I don't know where I'm walking to, I'm just walking. Just to see what it's like around here. Because we've been so busy since we arrived at this caravan, we've not really had much time to go anywhere and do anything. But I'm sure there's things around here that are worth seeing. And I'm just crossing this little bridge. This actually leads out to another road and then a field, so I don't think I'm going to be going any farther in this direction. I do think though, as we approach summer, it's best to just get out as many times as we can because it's a very short season and before you know it, it's autumn and winter all over again. And although we are taking trips out here and there over the next few months, there's going to reach a point where we can't really go anywhere because the roads around here are very small and they'll get really icy as well. And I have heard a tale of somebody already having an accident on one of these little bendy back roads. So we'll be staying in pretty much most of the time. I'm probably doing more work in caravan. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find something to do. So I think I'm just going to take a walk in other direction now. Basically just heading back onto site now. But I think we can go a different way. Not a lot to see down there. If you can just see that, there's a duck down there with all its little babies. I think I might have just startled them. I'm not sure if there's much of anything in this direction. That looks like it's a farmer's field. Well, this part's gated, so obviously you're not supposed to go any farther than that. So I'll pick a different direction. I'm not sure what's down there, but while we're out, we'll take a quick look. A very narrow path. Just got to keep my eye on that weather because it is threatening at all time. So I'll just take a little walk down here. And there's a really big edge. I'm not quite sure where this leads to. But as you can see, we're just surrounded by fields. It's probably one of the reasons why I chose this particular site. It's not a big commercial site. There's no on-site attractions like you find at places like Skegness and Mablethorpe, which makes it a little bit cheaper, but more importantly to us, a lot quieter. And that's all we want, a bit of quiet and a bit of a walk when weather's fit. And that's something else that I think is really important. If you get settled down in a little site in a caravan, you don't want to be staying indoors all the time. You need to get some exercise, which is what I'm doing today. And I plan on doing a walk around various places every chance that I get, and also those trips out. And I think what will be interesting is, because there's so many obscure places around this area, I'm going to go to some, I'm going to walk around and film it, but I'm not going to tell you where it is. Let's see if anybody can guess the location of various places that we go to. So now I'm just going to carry on walking down here just to see where it leads to. I think I can actually see caravans right at the bottom, so it might just lead back onto site. It definitely looks like this particular path just leads back onto the site, so I can just make my way back to the van, because that weather is constantly threatening and I don't want to get caught out in a rainstorm. We had enough of that yesterday. So I'm going to head back there now, and as I said at the beginning of this video, thank you so much for everybody that got involved with that question on how to keep a static caravan warm, or as some people have suggested, and I didn't think about that, it's probably more important to keep yourself warm and not try and eat the entire van. So thank you very much for all your comments, massively appreciated, and we'll start doing some days out and look around various places as this weather gets better. At the moment it's not fit to do anything except a short walk like this. A lot of people have probably noticed that I haven't at the moment replied to all those comments, and that's because we got somewhere in region around 200 and I'm still busy with that caravan container garden as well as other things as well. But I will definitely get round to answering each and every comment. This path seems to be getting narrower. So I'm just coming back onto the main path now. And if you're interested in seeing what else we're going to be doing in that van and places we're going to be going as well, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next update. You all take care.